So I'm gonna go over how I set up my kayak for offshore kayak fishing in South Florida. I've been offshore kayak fishing in South Florida for over 15 years, and after a while you get to know kind of a configuration that works best for you while you're out there. So I'm gonna go over what I do with mine. I'm gonna start with the kayak itself first. This is an Ocean Kayak Prowler Trident 13. They don't make it anymore, but there's a very similar, pretty much the same thing. The modern version is just the Trident 13, which is the one below. Same boat pretty much, just the newer version. This one's the Prowler Trident 13. I don't really know what the difference is. Everything's pretty much the same. But it's 13.5 feet long. I'd recommend a boat that's at least 12 feet long to go offshore, just so it tracks straight and can cut through waves. I'm probably one of the few paddle kayakers still fishing amongst the people I see out there. Everyone else uses pedal kayaks, usually Hobies, but they're really heavy. Can't load that onto a roof rack by yourself with one person. So usually those guys either have trailers or pickup trucks. This one's about 70 pounds, so you can lift that over your head and throw it into an SUV. So let's start from the top. This is the catch bag. It's from Reliable Fishing Products. It's 36 inches long, insulated catch bag. It's the most durable one I've used. I've had a few, and eventually they rip or break down, but it's really heavy duty nylon or vinyl material. It doesn't come with these clips. I think I got those from austinkayak.com. They're just heavy duty nylon clips that you strap to the deck rigging. Anything you don't strap down, you'll lose if you flip over, or when you flip over, you will flip eventually, probably. So I recommend you strap everything down. You don't want to lose. The next thing I have is my depth finder. This is a Humminbird 385 CI. They don't make this anymore either. It's really old. But that is connected to the transducer, which goes through the scupper plug and is able to get depth information for me. I installed that. This is like a waterproof kind of valve sort of thing that you install. So that goes to the battery, which is inside here. There's a battery inside this waterproof Pelican box. This is a manual hands pump for water. If you're taking on water, you want to be able to pump that out. I just keep that inside. Next, I have my paddle. Of course, I keep that strapped down. That's probably the most important strap you have. Obviously, if you can't paddle anywhere, you're screwed. So you want to keep that connected at all times. I've lost my paddle before and I had to be rescued. Fortunately, that was inshore and my buddy was with me, so he's able to tow me. But definitely don't want to get caught offshore without your paddle. You can keep an extra one, a collapsible one, inside the deck as well. On the life jacket, I keep a VHF radio. Also, I believe a whistle is in that pocket as well. That's required by law. I guess so you can notify boats if they're coming close by or you're in their way. I have a seat back to my, like a pocket to my seat. I keep very few things in there, honestly. Let's see. Some jigs. I do offshore jigging. This is a really good way to catch fish offshore. I use knife jigs, so I keep them in this tube. Also, live bait rigs, trolley rigs. You can keep a few of those. Pliers, a knife. That's pretty much it. You don't want to bring too much gear offshore. You can bring a few lures and stuff, I guess, as well, but you don't want to overload yourself. I used to bring, downriggers and all sorts of rods, I mean, I keep 3 rods usually. I'm inside, so I can't put them in the rod holders right now. But normally I have an offshore or a conventional live bait rod. I have my jigging rod, and then a smaller rod for either like pitching lures, trolling lures, or a bait rod if I'm catching live bait on my way out. So typically I only bring 3. Then I have these rod holder extenders. I also think I got from Austin Kayak. I'm not sure where they're from, but they kind of just keep the rods, you know, another foot or so above the water, so they're not getting splashed. They're easier to kind of turn behind you and grab. Keeps them elevated. I put those on both sides. And then here's my live well. It has the rod holders, extra rod holders attached. I can fit probably half a dozen gogs. I mean, I do fit half a dozen gogs in there easily. You might be able to fit more, I don't know. It's at least, I don't know, maybe it's 5 gallons. I'm not sure. This top part is about 5 gallon. It goes wider than that. This is a homemade live well. I drop the pump in the water, turn on this switch, it will pump water into the live well and overflow out these side holes right here. It'll go into this kind of live well holding or storage area, but it'll drip out these scupper plugs and it's fine. I keep usually a dry bag back here with, you know, maybe my keys, you know, secured to something, or, you know, water, whatever. And then I have a waterproof case on my phone that I keep back here as well. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple setup. Like I said, you want to keep it pretty straightforward, not too many gadgets. And that is about it.